Definitely exciting for our program, Maybe volleyball, to have such a name for
coaching staff and the planning, obviously, of the teams.
Yeah, against a lot of members of the national team for Thailand. This team with some familiar names like, of course, Plumjit Pinkao, Fomla, former Cagayan player, best setter, MVP 2012-2013. We'll get through their names in a bit. Of course, two of them from the Fab Five. Of course, the Soraya. Fomla will get us started. Two of the Fab Five of Thailand's national volleyball program be playing today. So we are off. And Supreme CHONBURI with the first point off an attack error from the Philippines.
I mean, good effort, but of course, nerves setting in at the start of this match. You know, really, it's a very high-pressure laden game for Team REBISCO because you are playing against the likes of a Plumjit. So it's not going to be an easy match, obviously, for them. But you want to settle down first, control your nerves, and, you know, let's see. Try to keep this close at the start of the match.
Micaela Belen was the one who led the scoring for Team REBISCO yesterday with 13 points, the lone player in double figures for REBISCO. And getting their first taste of national team exposure, obviously. You know, Belen, Jennifer Nerva, yung mga dating magkakakampi. Nisperos against the likes of Aimee Hernandez in the girls division. And Ea Laure, of course, Bernadette Pepito. And here comes the two-time UAP girls MVP, Micaela Belen. An attack error and a service error. So, syempre, because of what she did yesterday, Noreen, I assume Supreme CHONBURI have their eyes on her too today. Just like kanina si Kalay Mao naman yung binantayan ng gusto.
Oh, for sure. For sure, there's always scouting. And if somebody performs well, you're right, eyes will be on that player.
So that Chua Lim, also very familiar name to Filipino volleyball fans. It's just going for this rally and attack. In the left pin, 4-1 is our score.
Well, you see that delay there in that hit. Look at this. She's still going up. The blockers were going down.
Wipawi Sritong, 22 years old, also part of the national team. Reception error from Jen Nerva.
Yeah, that's one thing, obviously, we need to avoid at the start of this match. Don't get, you know, too lax in terms of defense, and don't let the opponent, obviously, get too confident.
Another point, 6-1. Hot start from Supreme CHONBURI. We receive the attack error from Faith Nisperos.
Error setting in right now for Team REBISCO. Once again, we said they have to settle down. You know, I'm sure it's also excitement on their part to play against this team, but you know, we know they can play a better set, so they've got to focus here in this match.
That one is wide. 7-1.
She's got to shake it off. Talking about Faith Nisperos.
Not the start that you wanted, especially after yesterday. Yesterday, they really played very well. The start of that game against Alte. Bumawi. Nerva celebrating that point of Faith Nisperos to cut the lead down to 5. Cal setting her up cross court.
That's a great set. One blocker.
This is the future. You're looking at this composition. The only veteran are the two players there, Majoy and Kiano, on loan from the other team, from Chocomucho.
But you like the attitude of Nisperos, a couple of hitting errors, but and another hitting error, as I was saying that, but it's going to happen to them.
It's a technical timeout now at 8-2. We'll be back with more. Hang on, please. We're back inside Terminal 21. You're watching us on One Sports Plus, and our Facebook page, of course, 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. Now, Noreen, I know the 4 players were cleared to play already. We saw them warm up. They're already there, and probably people will think, oh, why didn't they start? They're usually the starters and all that. But they were only cleared this morning, so I assume in terms of practices, Coach De Brito still stuck with his, 6 from yesterday. Just in case the 4 players were not cleared. Am I right to assume that?
Yeah, and obviously, as they were waiting for clearance, they were quarantined. So I don't think they got to practice since they got here. And then because they're cleared today, then I think they're only able to practice today. So yeah, obviously the coach wanted to stick to the players in practice. And obviously he's happy with the way they're performing.
5-point lead. KKT serving. And nobody home there.
What a set. What a set.
And another attack from Wipawi Stritong. And the set, of course, courtesy of Soraya Fomla. Decorated setter for Supreme Chonburi.
No, the hard part about playing against the Plume Jit Tingkao is a lot of times she is the decoy, but the blockers always have to be ready once they give it to her.
Gave it to her there in that sequence. From behind, get a score there. 4 will be serving 9. I didn't see who was the one who attacked. I don't know, Noreen, if you saw. We'll see it here. I think it was Belen. Right.
It was, yeah. Finding that space there.
Also played in the PVL briefly. Some people might have forgotten that she played with the Power Smashers, with the likes of Princess Robles. Again, her teammates from NU. Ivy Laxina, the same. Joy Mikagande, I believe, was also in that team. The youngsters who played with Janisa Johnson in that team. Had some brief PVL experience as the tip from Amy Hernandez cuts the lead down to 4.
Well, now you can see they're loosening up, talking about Rebisco, and they're playing, they're playing better. It's important, the challenge at the net.
Faith Nesperos getting ready.
Great serve.
Oh, what an attack. Perfect, picture perfect. Plume Jit Tingkao, who is actually a native of Nakhon Ratchasima.
Oh, okay.
So, hometown girl.
Yeah.
With a running attack, has played for the Thailand national team for 21 years.
Boy, I think she
20 years, she said
jump-started.
2 decades, 20 years.
She was part of probably the group that jump-started this
The program.
program.
You're right.
Yeah.
Including that Fab Five,
Yeah.
including Nutsara, who is kind of like her, the partner in crime.
Right.
Yeah. Block goes outside. 5-10 will be the score, so there will be either a substitution or a timeout here. So we heard the bell. Oh, there's a challenge. from the Supreme Chonburi Pink Dolphins. If Nakhon Ratchasima is known as the Cat Devils, as I told you yesterday, they're fondly known as the Pink Dolphins. As a club. Block touch challenge, let's see. Earlier in our first game, we had really quick in our challenges, and looks like it is the same here. Yes. So that's Thailand. Tie point?
Yep.
Yes.
Challenge successful.
Our first referee from Iran. That's Ms. Heidi Saberi. 11-5, Coach De Brito will call the timeout. Six-point lead here for Supreme Chonburi. 11-5. Second game of our doubleheader today, Saturday, for the 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. And to serve, Wipawi Sritong, 22 years old. Belen goes cross court. Tsupatra was there. Kiana. Did she step?
Yeah.
She stepped on the attack line.
It was a late call though, but
It was.
It was the right call.
The first referee, Hidli Saberi from Iran, representing Saipa. And our second referee, Satarova Olga from Kazakhstan, representing Altay. Again, some neutral referees from neutral teams. Carl. It's wide on the attack from Belen, trying to avoid the block. Biggest lead of the match now at 8.
But now you'll see the maturity that these young players will learn. They need to learn how to be mature in game time. A lot of unforced errors being committed by the youngsters.
So the youngsters and now the veterans come in. Di Makulangan, Santiago Manabat, some more firepower for Team Philippines.
And height.
And height and experience as Sritong continues to serve. Former teammates on your screens earlier. And instant offense. This girl on fire in the PVL finals.
And I'm sure she was so excited when she got cleared to play.
You know what? Some people were saying if she won the MVP of the finals, nobody would have argued also. I mean, Jaja obviously with the, dominant performance, but even if you gave it to her, even if like a best player of a game, you would not argue that. She played so well. Plumjit in the meantime. A simple receive and attack from the 37-year-old middle blocker.
Taking the youngsters to school here. But it is very hard to stop Plumjit.
Sorry, 38? I cheated her by 1 year. 38 years old. Plumjit Pincao. I'm sure she would prefer me saying 37
That's
probably
true.
anyway. Back to the action here. Back row attack.
Good big goal.
Yeah, with the pickup, but couldn't save it.
Good try. Good try.
Coach Pascua not moving from his chair. Did not even move an inch. Come on, Coach.
Hope we can see that.
Help us out, Coach. 9-point lead, now the biggest of the match. Picked up. Oh! They still make something out of it. Good coverage there by DMAC. Yerba to Dindin. The tip doesn't work. Chance for Philippines here. DMAC goes to Dindin. Dindin finds the line.
So Dindin obviously the first option right now for Team Rebisco, and why not?
Impact points eh.
And with her entry into the game, you can already feel the excitement in the rallies, the energy.
And there's a certain air of confidence when you know that you can give it to somebody like her, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Especially on out-of-system plays. Yeah, she's only human. KKD will come back. As we have a timeout here, technical timeout. 16-7 is our score.
Come inside. Only this side to work. Don't need to go for, you go for 1, 2, 3, that, and after back. Okay, let's leave.
We're back here at One Sports Plus. 16-7 is our score. KKD back for your DMAC. I suppose Dindin will sit down too. As this lead is now at 9. First set. The match between Rebisco Philippines and Supreme CHONBURI.
Well, with the way Dindin played those few minutes, expect her to start in other sets.
10-point lead, the biggest deficit we have faced today, whether it's this team or the team earlier. As AC Formula, Soraya, 2012, 2013, when she was the MVP in the V-League in the Philippines and the best setter.
I think it was the first time a team actually got a setter as an import. Yeah.
And undefeated, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong on that one, but if I'm not mistaken, undefeated. They had a streak.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Cagayan team was loaded. As we see this net fault challenge. I know she was playing with players like Isa Maizo, Bang Pineda.
Ah, yeah,
If I'm not
right.
mistaken.
Pao Soriano.
Paul Soriano. So it's an 11-point lead pending any change from this net fault challenge by Team Rebisco Philippines. Earlier today, Choco Mucho going down. Jetisu. Team Choco Mucho is 0-2 in the tournament now. Something Rebisco trying to avoid. So it is a Thailand point.
It looked like Team Philippines was the one who hit the net.
Looks like it, yeah. 18-7.
Serve.
Good attack there from KKD.
Well, you know, right now, even if this Supreme Chonburi has a very dominant lead, a huge lead. What we have to do is to get the players into the game.
Right.
Especially the setter in Camille Cal. You gotta get the players into the game because right now it's like they're playing like they're very hesitant. They're committing errors. She has to give confidence to these girls so that their game can slowly come out.
Gemma Galanza serving for the very first time. As another attack from the middle.
Boy, Nerva was there, but it was too fast.
Yeah, that was Wachiraya Nwanjam with the middle attack. Cal will go to KKD on the other side. Coverage from Nerva. Sends it over for a free ball. 11-point lead. Sent back by the defense.
Oh, good
Nerva
dig.
again. Cal saves it. Nerva says, I'll send it for a free ball. Formula on a combination play. And it is Thailand getting the point again, 20-8.
There's so many options for Pomla Soraya.
Yeah, this time it was Wipawi Sritong. Beat the Iran team yesterday. Super League champs in 4 sets. They fell in the second set, 22-25, but they won dominantly 25-13, 25-13 in sets 3 and 4.
Well,
Formula.
yeah, Team Rebisco actually hoping to replicate and win a set here. But they have to do more.
This is the girl who's pounding it right now. Wipawi Sritong. Nice set from Formula, just right. Perfect height, perfect speed. Timeout for Coach Jorge.
If they cross a wall for the second, right? Did he say?
Coach Jorge Hedson Sauza de Brito.
I would love to hear him during a timeout. Get to hear his insights.
We get back to the action. 21-8 is our score. Sutat Chualim. It's a block there by Orania. So that means Chualim will continue to serve here at 22-8.
Yep, well-timed block there. But you know, actually, this team from Supreme Chonburi, they're not the tallest of teams, but they didn't show that in that two-man block.
It's a tough set for Cal, which made it tough for KKD to get it over, and it's 23-8. Supreme Chonburi making quick work of the Rebisco team here in the first set.
A miscue there on the part of Team Rebisco. Some things that they have to correct going into the second set.
Cal opens up. Faith. Chitong sends it over. Cal again. Oh, and a setting error for her. 24-8 set point.
Yeah, mistimed set there. Very sorry error. Actually, the rally was,
Woo.
yeah, took her eyes off the ball there.
Baron finds the line. Saves one set point. Want to get a little rhythm, get a little momentum.
That's a great set there. Just one blocker. Totally surprising. The Pink Dolphin.
Two straight points for Team Rebisco on the miscue. Ano bang nangyari doon na rin? That
Rare.
miscommunication, yeah.
It's a rare miscue. Obviously, yeah, because the set was like a differential set concocted by Saraya, but obviously the spiker did not get the signal.
So it's Matjoy Baron. 14 more set points for Thailand. 3 straight points. KKD one-on-one against Sritong.
That's what you want to see. You may be down by a huge lead, but fight till you go to the next set.
I always say this through the years, Noreen. You can't give away a set because you don't know what's going to happen in the next set. So
Yeah.
you want to get some confidence, some rhythm. Even if you don't win the set, you want to mount a comeback at least a little bit just to get a little rhythm. But that is over. 25-11 for Supreme Chonburi against Rebisco Philippines. Second set on its way when we come back. We're back with you here on One Sports and One Sports Plus for the second game of our Saturday double dip. It is 2 Philippine teams seeing action today. Rebisco Philippines naman. A slow start and little promise towards the end, but just too much to handle. Too big a lead para sa Supreme Chonburi as you look at the set 25-11, Noreen.
Right, you can see actually what's really glaring is the opponent's errors.
Right.
9 for Rebisco, just 2 for Supreme Chonburi. But for me, really in the first set, you feel that there's a lot of nerve setting in during that match because you know that these players have more game, have more to it than that, but a lot of unforced errors. So I think it's a confidence really, maybe playing against a team, a very strong team, a champion team, and with a Plumjit Tingkao there in a Saraya. So they have to check that moving into the second set.
Right, speaking of the second set, we'll get to it when we come back after the short break. Back here for more of the 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship yesterday. The results, Nakon Ratchasima, 3-set win over Chocomucho. Supreme Chonburi over Saipa in 4 sets. Rebisco going down to Alte, the first Kazakhstan team. And then earlier today, Chocomucho going down to Jetisu in 3 sets, which leads us to this matchup between Supreme Chonburi and Rebisco Philippines. Good afternoon, Philippines. Boom Gonzalez, Noreen Go. Jaime Hernandez back now to serve. And hopefully, Rebisco gets to a better start here in set number 2.
Now it seems like they're sticking to their first 6.
And a block by Wacharia on Micaela Belen.
Yeah, great read there, great anticipation.
Chulim will get us started for this rally. Majoy pushes it to the other side. Pomla, Sritong. Belen will push it to the other side. Sritong again gets it through the double block.
What about Nisperas with those digs?
Yeah, targeting the outside hand of Camille Cal. Majoy will get the point there.
That's a better executed play, good pass, good set, and Barang gets the point. That's what we need, you know, more back to basics volleyball for you, no frills.
And we also need not to be, or not, we need to stick close to the opponent here in the early goings of the second set, just for our confidence, no?
Yep.
Tritong again, over the blockers this time, and gets a touch. She's the one right now leading the parade.
Yeah. Kim D was there, but really just using the blocker's hands.
That's 22-year-old Mod Tritong, nickname known as Mod there around in Thailand.
So if Plumjit and Nutsara are a basis of how many more years she'll be playing.
Yeah, yeah. You have 37-year-olds, 38-year-olds.
But then you gotta commend their
Nandiyan pa si
Their
Willa Van
fitness.
Apinyayon, di ba?
Yeah.
So, isa pang 37-year-old.
They really have to commend how they take care of their bodies.
Yeah, look at him. We need more of that. Some free points. Get some easy points. 2 will be serving 4. And it is Team Rebisco's Micaela Belen, season 80 and season 82 MVP, best outside hitter. Part of a team that won, I think, 4 straight championships, if I'm not mistaken. I know 5 out of the last 6 para sa NU Girls tournament.
Oh,
Champion coaches Babes Castillo and then Coach Regine eventually got the 5th one after being broken on the 5th straight attempt, if I'm not mistaken.
what a program though.
Yeah, again and again, and against the same team also of Ea Laure, Jaime Hernandez, Bernadette Pepito. Sila talaga yung naglalaban nun. Baron gets a point. 2 straight points for her, or 2 points for her in the set. 3 will be serving 5.
Well, we've been successful going to the middle blockers.
And avoiding the hands of Plumjit. Linihis pa kaliwa. Combination play and a gaping hole behind the block.
That's what I'm saying. It's really hard to defend this team because Plumjit, a lot of times she is the decoy, but of course your first option or your first target to block is her.
And the block was actually successful in the set. In my eyes, parang hindi nabenta masyado ni Plumjit, pero wala tayong coverage on that sequence or nahuli. Going to your point na daming options, and this girl has been the #1 so far.
Yeah, playing well for Supreme CHONBURI.
Another free point here.
As we praise her, of course.
Sige lang. Konti pa. 6-4, 4 serving 6. Second set action here. Terminal 21 in Korat. KKD. Good serve.
Yeah, good serve.
Dipping in the end, I know that serve. Right in the middle, that floater from KKD.
And we'll take it. We'll take these errors from the Pink Dolphins.
Lost that first set 25-11, so this is way better. 5 serving 6. Go! Sends it to the net.
Give it right back. That's what you don't want to see. These errors. As you look at the score, it was 6-5, now 7-5.
And it will be Bloomjit, who has 10 straight SEA Games goals,
Wow.
titles in her career so far with the national team. Nagkahiyaan. And that's the unfamiliarity, Noreen, coming into play, playing for the very first time together.
Yep.
Or in this case, the second time. 8-5 is our score. We'll be back.
Only one seed. It's A and B. A and B, you can use the quick. You are not using. You use two twice, and it's okay. Remember, the quick balls, I don't care about the quick balls. Only with A, I have to go there on both sides. Okay? Look,
Bloomjit Tincao getting ready to serve. 8-5. As we resume the action here, the 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. Good attack from Faith Nisperos.
Yeah, better second set for us as we look at the scores.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, we're just down by 2. And you like what you see. Faith Nisperos getting the point. And Belen and whatnot. So Cal has really got to distribute the ball better here in the second set.
Faith gets ready to serve. 6 serving 8 on that jump serve. Back row, that's too low. For Waranya Silaong.
Yeah, we have to take advantage. You can see that the Pink Dolphins right now committing more errors than the first set. So if that can boost the momentum of these girls from Team Rebisco, it would be a welcome opportunity.
Just stick close, and you never know.
Yeah.
Right now they are. 7 serving 8. Another good serve. Shutong taking it. Good block. Double block. The wall provided by Amy Hernandez and Camille Cal. And tying the match at 8.
Good read here. Yep. Stuck block by Hernandez.
And that's the former Philippine import that Shualim blocked at the net in a timeout by Coach Natapon. Earlier, that was Coach Natapon Samuntnak, the Supreme Chonburi coach, who said, coming off a third place finish in the Thailand League, most of his players have international experience, national team experience from current and previous rosters of the Thailand national team. And he has been coaching almost 5 years, this Supreme Chonburi Volleyball Club.
Yeah, very formidable team.
Yeah. First time out of the match for them.
Those are little victories for Team REBISCO.
Ooh! Chill in. Who replaced Kia Bright for the Paco Perlas before, remember? And I think 2019, and then also played for the United Volleyball Club in the PSL before that. That was at the time in Banco Perlas, of course, where they were also coached by Apichat Kongsawat.
Yep.
If you remember.
Yep. Well, again, for Team REBISCO, we are tied at 9.
Right.
We're doing something right.
Limiting our errors is a big thing as compared. How many did we have? 13? Was it 13?
I
In
think-
the first set.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody touched the net. Second referee catching it. Giving a free point. But a challenge from our coaching staff. A foot fault.
Football.
Is it a foot fault from the serve? Is that what they're... Okay.
I'm actually not sure.
Thai players are also kind of wondering as they're looking at looking at the monitor.
Foot fault from the spike?
So we don't know.
No, yeah, from the block.
That's what we don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. It's Coach De Brito. 54 years old. As I said, gold medalist from the Olympics in Barcelona, 1992. Has patrolled the sidelines for many clubs in the Brazilian League from 2002 onwards, while also winning titles in Turkey and Japan.
Wow.
That's some of his credentials, Coach Jorge Edson Souza De Brito. Of course, taken in by the Philippine National Volleyball Federation officially last July. This particular challenge taking a bit longer than usual than we got used to today. We got spoiled from
Yeah.
the speed of the challenges today in the arena.
And as we mentioned it, this happens.
Still at 9 all. Pomla still looks like she's the same girl who played here in 2012, 2013.
Exactly. Well, even Bloomjet looks like the same Bloomjet from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, I think what's taking long is them finding the feed of the challenge.
Which foot fault are we talking
Yeah.
about? Because you and I didn't know what we didn't see what they're... So we're all waiting. In the meantime, again, second game of our second Philippine team. Earlier today, we went down to the other Kazakhstan team in 3 sets. That's Jetisu. No, sorry, Jetisu. There you go. That was our first game at 1:30. Only one team will make it to the World Club Title Championships in December in Turkey. As we continue to wait for the challenge there. So a couple of imports, former imports who have played here in the Philippines beside each other. And then the youth brigade from the Philippine side. We haven't seen action from Ea Laure still.
Yeah. Maranyo.
Maranyo, yeah. or Ivy Laxina. We did see Dindin Santiago Manabat earlier with two quick points right away. All right, let's look at this. Ito ba yung nakita, tumama sa net, tumapak. That's Waranya. Srilaong. Looks like a really nice dance step.
Yeah.
So what will be the decision after this challenge?
Yeah. Challenge successful. Because she did cross. Her entire foot was on the side of Team Rebisco.
Oh, they're giving it to Thailand still.
Oh, what?
So it's 10-9 and Coach De Brito says, okay, play on.
Okay. It is what it is.
She was also our referee in the first game yesterday. But our referee from Iran. So play on here. 10 will be serving 9. And then receiving. From behind, Desperos. Cal opens up to Belen, cross court. Sritong takes it. They go to the opposite side. Cal takes a look, goes back to Belen. Belen tries to swipe, that's too low.
Again, a hesitant drop ball there. But what about Faith Spears? Again, with her floor defense, you gotta give it to her, keeping the rallies alive.
A 2-point lead, which is the biggest in this set. Cal, that's still alive, but Cal will get the point on that one on an accidental 1-2 play. It was a little bit over-received, Noreen, so Cal just made something out of it.
And it's nice to see her making her presence felt in terms of those attack points.
Yeah, she had a couple of that yesterday also. Some good-looking disguise plays. And the match against Kazakhstan, but unable to consolidate it with a service error, giving a 2-point lead again to Plumjit and the rest of Supreme CHONBURI.
Again, when we talk about errors, that's what you don't want to see. We said it as compared to the first set. This is a better second set. You have to check those errors.
I'll give that again, as Cal will be called for that one.
Now back-to-back errors for Team Rebisco.
(13-10), biggest lead of the set.
Ooh.
We saw this in the first game earlier, and again, that's something we expect from teams and players who are playing together for the very first time. Those movements that usually the teams that have played together for a long time, you know, they already know where to go, how to move around.
Yeah, and for other teams, really, sometimes the libero takes the second ball, you know, these kinds of strategy. That's one thing they need to learn still.
Very good clearance there for KKD on the approach, getting a point. Not out of hand yet. This game is very winnable. The set is very winnable as Gemma Galanza comes in to serve again, just like she did in set number 1. A 3-point lead. 4 was the biggest.
Well, we need Huge serves from Jan Magalanza.
Two straight points for Team Philippines.
That's Kim Lee and Majoy Baron teaming up for that.
Done that many, many times.
Many, many years.
For a few championships together. Bloomjit still pounding it.
Well, Nispero's got a hand in that, but the coverage was slow to react.
Bloomjit Tingkao. 10 consecutive gold medal victories in the AVC Games since
that a record?
2001. Well, for her it is, for sure. Won an Asian Cup title in 2012. 2 Asian Championship medals in 2009 and 2013, and silver medals in the 2016 Volley Masters and 2018 Asian Games. 20 years of service for the national team, part of the Fab Five of Thailand volleyball. Nice block again, conniving for that one.
This is a good rotation for Team Rebisco.
KKD and Majoy. And even in the way they move and they block and they close gaps, you know that they've been playing together for a while. It's so coordinated.
Yeah. I was telling you earlier, for years.
Yeah, I mean, we laugh at that sometimes, but those are the little things that make a difference during when you play together for a long time.
Yeah.
Amuyan, sabi nila, amuy na amuy nyo na yung sarili nyo. As another point there for KKD, 14 will be serving 15. Nice, perfect height.
Yeah, reading the defense, seeing the libero was far. You know, Kim D coming to life here in the second set.
Right there with them. Chance here for Rebisco. Nisperos. 1-2 play from the veteran Fomla. 16-14, second technical timeout. We will be back.
Majoy and you. If it comes inside, no cross is the first ball. If the cross is quick, it is the second. Okay? Throw the ball a little bit higher. Right you? Okay? Fight long. You stay in the court. You have to receive because I want to put Gigi and Kian on the same situation. Okay? So you have to receive. Divide it in two.
Back with you here on One Sports. Check that. Fomla is sitting down as Waraporn. Pumjarawen is now in the match. She was the one who scored earlier before that technical timeout. Number 19. Second straight point from Supreme Chonburi.
Well, Team Rebisco's got to be careful. You don't want
Good point.
Supreme to pull away here. You're doing a good job keeping the score close. One stop is what is needed.
Is there a challenge? Yeah, there's a challenge. Now they can do that while play is going on, obviously. Ball in and out is the challenge, if I'm not mistaken. Which team? Rebisco with alongside Coach Jorge is George Pascua, Rafi Mosuela, assistant coaches. And another point given to Supreme CHONBURI here. So 3-point lead at a crucial stage of this second set.
It is alive. Well, that's the problem without audio, so we can't really hear which part of the challenge it is. We can only assume, but it was a live ball.
Right.
So yeah, good call.
So Sritong back serving for Supreme. Nierva scrambling to get it back into play, and a free ball given. Combination play. Somebody touched the net. Yep. Might be an Aimee Hernandez.
Yeah, that's like coaches will say, tuck your shirts.
Sumabit. Bumuka na yung lamang sa lima. Sayang, 19-14. That little switch by Coach Natapon
Yeah, that substitution, right?
did the trick for them. Give them a 5-point lead here. Nierva. KKD over the blockers. Bloomjit scrambling. Bisco has a chance here. Kyle. Back set. Reverse set.
Long rally.
Bloomjit
Oh,
finishes that long rally for their 20th point.
and she was asking for it. You can see. Look at the quickness of that.
Substitution, I believe. Just as I was wondering about what happened to Dindin Santiago Manabat, who played so well in that short stint that she had in the first set. Back here to try to salvage here the remainder of the second set.
But then if two people are of the same position are playing well, it's really hard. Like Kim D was playing well.
That's a good point. They won't allow that. Obviously, Rhea de Mocalangan also came in together with Dindin, just like earlier. Parehong position, meaning parehong opposite, ano?
Yeah.
Very close to the camera.
Good effort though.
6-point lead all of a sudden.
And from 2,
Yeah, from tie pa nga. We were right there. We were Steven with them. And then it became 2, and now it has ballooned to 7, and Coach De Brito will call this timeout. Question for you, Noreen. Would you now start gambling on other players at this point? You're 3 points away from losing second set. And you know you have other players there. Would you start to experiment a little bit?
I would, because the objective of the tournament is really to give exposure to all the girls as much as possible. So this one's obviously not working. You can start with a different 6. That's how strong the players individually are. So you want to see the combination you can use. So yeah, maybe in the third set they can change it up a bit.
A Supreme CHONBURI now pulling away here in set number 2.
And you know, right now you want your veterans also to get the practice that they need in this tournament.
Good attack there from Din Din, but dug up well and turned into a transition point by Supreme CHONBURI. It's Chua Lim will be credited for that one.
Yeah, just a smart kill there.
It's 9-point lead, make that 10. 10 set points. Promising start to the second set. But now Supreme CHONBURI. Oh, is it out?
Yeah.
Okay, good. My bad. Need all the free points that we can get. We got a chance here. So 23-15 rather. Little bit of a cut to the left.
Those are the hardest to get. The
I don't know
ones
if-
near the line.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a cut or it was a miss hit, but it worked still for Sutat Chua Lim, who was taken over here in the second set from Stritong, together with this girl.
That's why she was an import
Yep,
years back.
in the middle. Nierva will set up Din Din, the open side. Try again. Faith Nisperos on the third attempt. 3 different players attacking in transition there for Team Rebisco.
Then you see the potential really of distribution, of ball distribution. I mean, if you get all the girls involved, you have Nisperos, Manabat, Hernandez. I mean, these are very competent players. So, yeah.
Good serve. Solid serve. Sent back by the defense of Rebisco. Nierva keeping it in play. Din Din. Bit too low. And that will give the second set to Supreme CHONBURI. 2 sets to love over Team Rebisco Philippines. Back with the live coverage of the 2021 Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship. And Team Rebisco Philippines down 2 sets, Noreen, against Supreme CHONBURI.
Yeah, look at the numbers there. 13 attacks compared to 5. Opponents' errors, actually, they committed a lot of errors. We were talking about
Especially at the start.
that. Yeah, that's already 8 for them, 10 for Team Rebisco. Blocking went the way of Team Rebisco. So these are the positives, the positive actually that you can take from that set. Your defense working, you had 3 soft blocks. You have to work double time. You know, use that to your advantage coming into the third set.
And let's see if Coach De Brito will make also a lineup change starting set number 3. Please stay with us. Back inside Terminal 21 in Korat or Nakhon Ratchasima. Set 3 begins with Dindin Santiago Manabat starting. That is the change from the very start of set number 3. Afternoon, Philippines. As also, Formula Soraya is back to start set number 3 for Supreme CHONBURI. And right away, Santiago Manabat. We've seen her attack from the left, from the right. We haven't even seen her from
In the middle.
middle of the back row,
Back row.
which she did a lot also for the PVL.
No, and
Very capable.
you also have to realize that she did have her stint in Japan as
Right,
well, so
yeah.
she is a pretty experienced player. So that's what you can use by bringing her in the first 6.
I mean, talking about game conditions, she's been playing all year round, diba?
Yep.
Throughout the pandemic even, and even through PVL. So, also a great shape. 2 straight points for Team Philippines as Faith Nesperos gets it from the left side.
Yeah, and these are legitimate kills. You know, they worked hard for it. So you can see spurts of excellence. Now the question is consistency. Can we play at that level consistently throughout the set?
Because again, we were playing so well against Supreme in the early part of set number 2, all the way midway, until we lost grip of the match, or of the set at least.
Yeah. Oh, good dig.
Good get by Nerva. Dindin again. Formula easily picking it up. Cal will go to Faith. Faith cross court. That will bounce out. And perfect point that Noreen mentioned earlier in set number 1. When Dindin came in, there was a surge of energy also, and a surge of excitement that you felt
Yeah.
with the girls, and you're feeling it now here from the start of set number 3.
That's what they call the mere presence.
Yeah.
Not to mention she's got
may
game.
effect kagad, oh.
Yeah.
Other than what she can bring. Belen. Another combination play, and Nerva keeps it up. Another one from the other side.
Another good dig.
Good floor defense so far for Team Rebisco, and Dindin Santiago Manabat, the X factor.
And look at the reaction of her teammates. All smiles. That's what you want.